Hey everybody, Zion over here from Nintendo Life. Now what if I told you that a brand new game was coming to Switch that is a 3D platformer inspired by Chibi-Robo? And before you ask, no, Ziplash is not coming to Switch. This is a brand new game called Miscellaneous, a tiny tale. Or maybe it's Misc, which I actually like quite a bit. You play as a tiny little robot named Buddy, who's made up of a tin can and other miscellaneous parts, which is how I'm assuming the game has gotten its name in the first place. Details are a little sparse at the moment, but it appears like the game is going to have mostly a 3D classic platforming style focus, where you're running around and collecting tons of items, interacting with different NPCs, and kind of just trying to solve quests and progress the story and find new areas to go and explore. Pretty simple, but with a very cute toy robot-like aesthetic. While you're out exploring, it looks like you'll be able to find cogs and gears and different parts that you'll either be able to trade in for new equipment pieces or just give someone to complete a quest. And it looks like there are tons of little tiny robots that you'll be able to meet in the world as well, which seems to take place in someone's backyard. And I'm assuming that's where all of these different robot parts have come from. In this sense, it reminds me a lot of Bug Fables, which if you haven't played it, it's a Paper Mario style RPG that's on Switch, where you play as a trio of bugs that are on an epic quest to save their kingdom. And the entire world that the game takes place in also feels like it's in someone's backyard. All of the homes are made from different scraps that humans left behind, and same with even weapons from time to time. And you can actually see at one point that there's combat in this Misc game as well, where Buddy is like fighting a frog, like wind-up frog toy robot with a safety pin, which the safety pin is actually like, it's not actually pulled out to have the pointy part out. It's just, it's still a safe weapon. It's so cute. It's so precious. And within like the first 30 seconds of the Nintendo Switch reveal trailer, you can actually see that Buddy is wearing a frog hat at one point, which I'm assuming is a nod to the little girl who wears a frog hat in the original Chibi-Robo game. And the ways that we know that this game takes direct inspiration by that is because their press page labels that the game is inspired by Chibi-Robo, Pikmin, Undertale, and Banjo-Kazooie, which is a recipe for an excellent game, if you ask me, hopefully. And then over on their Twitter account, they actually posted a picture of a 3D printed model of Buddy sitting next to a Chibi-Robo amiibo, saying that they drew direct inspiration right there. They're best friends already. Could you imagine if this game gets a Chibi-Robo collaboration, like even just a skin? That would be incredible. The other thing that has me extremely excited for the game so far is just the fact that there's so many unique characters that Buddy can go and interact with. First off, his best friend apparently is Bag Boy, which is a robot that wears a bag on its head that has a smiley face painted on it. And then there is a cat living on top of Bag Boy's head. And the cat actually has dialogue from time to time as well. It's not just like a plastic toy. I mean, obviously this could just be some sort of figment of Buddy and Bag Boy's imagination that's interacting with them. Maybe it isn't actually a real cat, but I like to think that it is. At one point, we also get a look at a character named Coca, which is a soda pop can that looks oddly close to a Coca-Cola can, but maybe it's just close enough to skirt that line of parody. There's also a superhero-esque character that wears a cape named Circuit that goes around and looks like he's trying to actually help people with their problems as well. Everything about the game just looks so extremely wholesome. One of my favorite things about playing Bug Fables, which I beat earlier this year, was just trying to learn kind of how the bugs even came to be in this world, how they gained their sentience, if you will. From what I've read, it sounds like Buddy and Bag Boy will actually have cutscenes where they interact with each other and they'll talk about the story and things that are going on, and I really hope that we find out more about why they exist in the first place. The other cool thing too that I don't think we've really touched on much is the actual platforming itself. I know I mentioned that you'll be able to run around and collect like nuts and bolts to use that you can trade in for items, or you can buy additional hats and things to wear. But it appears that Buddy's equipped with a double jump using kind of like a little spring system in his feet. And then you can also kind of like lunge forward like Mario can in Super Mario Odyssey. Just the overall controls is one thing that I feel like a lot of platformers have trouble with from time to time, which sounds so bizarre when that is the focus of a platformer, right? You'd think controls would be spot on. But this game looks like it has potential, so hopefully when it actually comes out, it'll be fun to play. When I first heard about this game earlier today, thanks to our writer Kate, I was hoping that there were going to be more similarities between the actual gameplay to Chibi-Robo, but who doesn't love a 3D platformer? And I'm just so glad to see just like cute little robots like this hanging out and making the world a better place. I can't complain about that. Now, Misc, A Tiny Tale is currently slated for a 2021 release date on Nintendo Switch and Steam. And hopefully that means we'll be able to get our hands on the game relatively soon. Feel free to let us know in the comments down below what you make of this game so far, if it's something that you'd be interested in playing or seeing us cover more in the future. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more content like this, then why don't you go ahead and take that subscribe button and make it a buddy out of tiny little parts you find around your house. And then ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we put out a new video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Zian from Nintendo Life. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next time.